Okay, now we're going to put together our casserole for our pan for the oven. Okay, so what I've done is I've already strained my squash. I've let it sit here and get just about every bit of the water out of it. And I want you to see how it looks. That's how it looks. I'm going to put that right there for just a minute. But what we got to do now is make the sauce inside that makes the casserole. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our mayonnaise. This is 1 cup of mayonnaise. Okay. Then we're going to add our cheese. This is a 2-cup bag of sharp shredded cheddar cheese. We're going to mix that up. We're going to put 2 eggs in it. Now, what I like to do is I always like to beat my eggs up first before I put them in my dish of whatever I'm using. So I'm going to take 2 eggs. I love working with my grandbabies on cooking because they always like to crack the eggs, and I tried to teach the twins how to crack an egg and just use one hand. I still can't do that very well. So, but what I try to do is teach them to do it, you know, crack it and then just break it in. And they've gotten pretty good at it actually. So I've been real proud of that. We're teaching them one little small thing, you know, at a time as they're growing. Okay, and then I just sort of whisk that up really good because you want it to be evenly distributed. I guess you could just crack them in there and stir it up. That'd be all right too. This is the way I like to do it. Talking about squash, my oldest grandson, Colton, he loves squash. So every time he comes, I try to have some in the fridge just in case he wants me to cook him up a boiler of squash. And he just wants it boiled. He don't like it any other way. He probably wouldn't eat this casserole, but he sure loves him some boiled squash. Okay, so see, we got it mixed together. Don't that look good? Now, I'm going to put a little bit of pepper in there because pepper's real good with squash. So you can put as much as you want or as little as you want. We're going to go ahead and put our squash in. My hands are clean. Just using like a spatula there. And now we're going to put in our sauteed onions and peppers. Ooh, y'all should smell that. That smells delicious. I love onions. Okay, now we're going to mix that up real good. And see, that squash gives it too a little bit more juice in there. The eggs are going to help to give it some fluff and make a good old casserole puffed up. And then the cheese is going to give it that good creaminess along with the mayonnaise. All right, now that we're all mixed up, we're just going to go ahead and put it in our baking dish. Now, you know your dishes. Everybody's dishes are different, but you can spray this with some spray if you want to keep it from sticking, but you really don't have to because of all the butter that's in it. But if you know you've got a pan that tends to stick, you can go ahead and spray it. But we're going to dump that in there. Now, what we're going to do is in about 25 minutes or so, we're going to take this out and we're going to put our crackers on top. Now, you don't have to put butter on your crackers. You can just put them on plain. But if you like them a little bit more buttery, that's okay too. Because these Ritz crackers and Townhouse crackers, they're already sort of buttery. Oh, that looks like that's going to be good. Let me show you. Oops, sorry about the hand there. Look at that. See how pretty that looks? That's gonna make a good meal. Of course, with, you know, your other fixings around it too if you want. Okay, we're gonna put this in the oven for about 20 minutes and then I'll be right back.